Some big news, reassuring news out of Browns camp. Nick Chubb signs a big extension, 3-year extension. That means we've got him for 4 more years as the potential face of this team. Well, there's many faces of this team, but one of the larger faces, Baker Mayfield, still has not received his extension. And you wonder if that's going to get done this year. Eric, let's go to you first here. Do you think Baker's going to get this big extension by the time training camp is over?
Well, let me first back up and kind of take a look at the difference and see where we're looking at. I think Nick Chubb was on a much shorter timeline. His contract was up this year. He didn't have the luxury that Denzel Ward and Baker Mayfield both have of getting their 5th-year extension for being a first-round draft pick. So I felt like he was kind of had to be done sooner rather than later, and I'm glad they did it sooner. I would really like Baker to be done sooner rather than later as well, for a couple reasons. One, we take a look at the market. You see what all these other top quarterbacks are getting. Russell Wilson's around $35 million per year. Dak Prescott's at $40 million a year over a 4-year period, and then you have the Patrick Mahomes for $45 million per year over 10 seasons. Obviously, as the salary cap goes up and everybody continues to increase on their contracts, those numbers are going to go up, and so I would like that to be done early for a team's sake so they can still pay him a very good salary, but have that money to spread around, whether that's going to Denzel Ward or Wyatt Teller or any other free agents that they'd want to sign. I'm projecting somewhere north of that $40 million of Dak Prescott, but obviously less than Patrick Mahomes. He hasn't done as much as Mahomes has had, obviously. But, it's really going to come down to, obviously, Andrew Berry and his guys with him. They want to make sure that he is indeed QB1. I believe he is, but obviously I'm not the one making the call. I don't think they're going to have to worry about a Carson Wentz or the guy from the Rams who just got traded to Jared Goff. There we go. One of those large contracts that they have to move and give up draft picks in a deal just to unload that contract. I know he's fired up. I know he's ready to make his mark. I'd love for him to be handsomely rewarded. We can kind of put that to bed, but we'll see either way. Other regimes, I think I would be able to tell you definitively what they're going to be doing and when they're going to be doing things. And I guess most of the time it was not sign people because they didn't have good players. But with this front office, I don't know which way they're going to go. I hope they go sooner rather than later for all the reasons I had pointed out, but time will tell.
Yeah, I like the idea of signing Baker now. How expensive is he going to be after the Browns win the Super Bowl this year? We will see. Drew, are you signing Baker now? Is it pretty clear cut that you want to take that risk?
Yeah, that's sort of where I thought Eric was going to go with this, right? The idea is you can sign him now, or you can see what he does this year and then sign him next year, right? And there's risks with both. The sort of reward if you sign him now is that you could get him to a deal that is maybe more so in the like Dak Prescott, Jared Goff range, which averages somewhere in the low $30 million per year sort of range in terms of a cap hit. And that's a number you can probably live with, especially if the salary cap increases like a lot of people suspect it's going to after this season. So that's sort of the idea. That's probably where I would go with it. But the flip side is you let him have another year, his second year in the system. You see if he's truly the guy before you have to commit to something like that long term, right? So they still have him for next season. And there's some thought to the idea that he hasn't necessarily proven he's somebody you want to commit to. You don't want that sort of albatross contract around your organization for a guy that ultimately this organization this front office didn't draft, right? So there's thought to that maybe you wait and you sign him after the season when you know exactly the type of quarterback you're getting long term. I could see that happening, but I'm of the belief that you sign him now, you commit to him now, and you hope that he proves that he is truly the guy, and you end up with some cost savings by doing that. Because ultimately, if Baker Mayfield proves he's not the guy for this team, the team is in huge trouble anyway. It's impossible to find, a good to great quarterback. That is the ceiling that Baker Mayfield has. And, if he proves that he is not that guy, they're in big trouble anyway. So why not just, commit to him now, hope that you have, your guy for the next 15 years like we all think, and, get yourself some cost savings later on. That number's only going to go up if he performs the way we all think and hope he will.
Yeah, Baker has shown incredible maturity. He is the leader of this team. He is with the media, in the offseason, being with teammates, and just the results on the field. A little bit of a hiccup there in the middle, but Baker has just been the answer to what we've all been asking for: a steady, very good, pretty much great quarterback. We have him. Let's lock him up in a Browns uniform for many, many years to come.